What's going on, everybody? Jerry here with 3DHP. Time for another CNC video. We're on the Genmitsu 4040 Pro Max. We're going to jump in a carb co-maker, show you how I made this right here, and we'll do all that right after this. Okay, a carb co-maker open here. We're going to go to new model. Dimensions on the wood I'm working with today, I'm working in inches, 5.5 inches and 12 inches long. I'm going to start in the bottom left corner. You can simply move this around wherever you want to start at, whether it be the center, bottom left. I'm going bottom left. Keep your resolution cranked all the way up and it's set to inches. Click OK. Okay, there's my work surface. Bring in my relief. Click relief, import 3D model. On another screen I've got the file here. It's called 3dhell.stl. Loading. So we get that spun around to where we can see it. Okay, it's obviously way too big, so let's size it down. And the X, now let's see. The Y-axis, take it down to 12 inches. Hit apply. Click center. The way it drops it on the work surface. Bring that into where we can see it. Still too wide now, so go 5.5 wide. Hit apply. Hit center. Now it's going to be way too tall for my work, so I need to take the Z down. So let me uncheck the box on the Z. And my work is 3/4 of an inch, so 0.75. Hit apply. Hit center once again. Hold down your center mouse wheel and roll it around. I've got a trackball. You kind of see what it's going to look like there. Zoom in a little bit. That looks pretty wicked. Anyway, when you're all done with that and you're happy with all your coordinates and what you've done here, you simply click paste. And now it's pasted to the work surface. And then you can close this out. Okay, toolpaths. Click on toolpath. Go down here to create machine relief toolpath. We're going to be doing the whole relief in this case. Finishing options. Let me drag your screen down a little bit. Grab the finishing bit. Tapered ball nose, my skinny Jenny. Select. This will be tool number 2 for my finishing pass. Step over, step down, feed rate, plunge rate, spindle speed. I'm going to leave everything default here. Looks good for what I'm doing. The rough in pass, let me pick the bit. And I'm going to use my 1/4 inch downtown Jenny. Select. step over, step down, feed rate, spindle speed. I'm going to leave everything here alone. That'll be tool number 1. I'm still a noob at working with my CNCs, guys, but I got this much figured out, so this is going to work out real well. I'm by no means an expert. I watch other people's videos to refresh my memory all the time, because I don't do this on a daily basis. Z safe homing is set to 1 inch. That's fine. Thickness of the material is 3/4 of an inch. It's going to be a hair over that. I want to try to cut all the way through it. 0.7976. I took a caliper and measured the wood. So hopefully that'll work. And that looks good, so hit OK. Let's see, come up here to this box right here. You can see different angles. That's a dead on. Hold down your left button on the arrow, and you can see different angles of it there. Looks like that's going to work out perfect. Okay, tool path, let's call it Demon. Calculate now. Depending on how fast your computer is, this may or may not take a few minutes. Right click on the toolpath Demon, go to simulate toolpath. So it'll go into the first 1/4 inch bit and hog everything out, rough cut everything, and then I'll switch out bits. I'll be using Candle as my software on my other computer in the shop, and then we'll go through and do all the fine detail. Everything goes as planned. It should come out looking exactly like that. So now we need to save it. Go right here to my save option. Now it's not, for some reason it's not going to let me save them both together. So I got to save these individually. This is the save side. This is, so anyway, if I take the first one, well actually let me got the wrong one over there. Okay, so the first one will be the Downtown Jenny. The 1/4 inch bit's going to go through and hog everything out. I'll give that a file name right here, and I'll save it to my hard drive, and I'll put it on my thumb drive, take it out in the garage, plug it in the computer. And then after that file is saved, put it back over here. I'll come over, I'll take the second file, the 1/16 inch Skinny Jenny. I'll give that a file name, call it like Demon 2, call the other one Demon 1, or whatever you want. That way the files have a different name. Save them, and then we're ready to get going. So let's head out in the shop, and I'll load up Candle on my computer. I'll home the machine, X, Y, and Z, and we'll get going. Okay, I'm out in the shop. I got my thumb drive in hand. Computer's right there. CNC's over here to my left. I've got a 25-foot cord, USB. I got it tethered to my PC. So let's jump in a Candle and we'll get going. Okay, I've got Candle loaded up. Now go ahead and home your machine. If your and then we're going to zero out your X, Y, and your Z. Let's load the file here real quick. Go up to File, Open, hit All Files. Let's see, Demon number 1, Demon number 2. We want the number 1. And that's what it looks like. We're going to start in the bottom left corner. Now, once you home your machine, you want your X and Y to be directly over this spot right here. If you've mounted your material somewhere else on the wood or on your work surface, you can change your steps right here. That way you can get it over there rapidly. And since I'm using a wireless mouse, I typically will put my mouse right over top of it, and then I'll walk over to the machine. I'll start clicking on it, whether it be up or down or left or right, and get the X and Y directly over top of my material. Once I do that, then I simply hit this button right here, 0 the X and Y. That's good to go. Now we got to do the Z. Bring your Z down. I usually do increments of 5. Once I get it close, I change it to 1. I come down really close, and I get a piece of paper if I don't want to use a probe that it comes with. And I'll bring it down really close, get it to barely touch, and then I'll bring it up just a hair. Once I bring it up a hair, then I'll come up right here, and I'll zero out the Z. I'll click this. Now the whole machine is zeroed out. Come back to steps, go to 5, raise the Z 5. Then I go over to the machine, I turn on my router, come back over here, put on your safety glasses, put on your ear protection and your dust extraction, get everything turned on, get on all your PPE, hit send, and you're good to go. Then just watch the job. Do not leave it unmaintained. If you have a camera set up and you can watch it from inside your house where you're close by, that's fine. But keep an eye on your work. Never leave it unattended. Because something happened to me recently. I was running candle. I was about a half hour into the job, and then out of the blue, candle just closed on me. It's like, I don't know what happened. Windows didn't shut down. Power didn't go out. The program just closed. The bit was in the material at the time, but of course the spindle is running because you have to manually turn it on. Now, over time, that'll just sit there and it'll get hot and hot and hot, and it could start a fire. And luckily, I was in the garage watching my work when it happened, and I was able to shut off the router, bring everything up, restart candle, rerun the job. I was good to go. Why that happened, I have no idea. But anyway, that's what you do, so let's get going.
Here at 3D in Las Vegas is creating magic with the Gemitsu 40 Pro Max CNC. Gemitsu has the hobbist in mind with their great line of CNEs priced under $1,000. The 40 Pro Max is rock solid and the machine for you. Like, subscribe, and share. Jerry with 3D will keep bringing the videos to you. Will keep bringing the videos to you. There's a place called 3D where the freaks meet. They got the gadgets and the gear. Gonna blow your mind. Printing in 3D, cutting through space and time. Laser engraves and resin prints, they do it all. CNC engraving and cutting. They stand tall, they're the masters of creation. Pushing over limits, painting with their souls, bringing colors to life.
Alrighty, got it all done. I went ahead and I went over with some bullseye shellac, but here is the finished piece. Now it's not perfect, it's almost perfect. There was a paper thin edge all the way around. I had to take a Dremel and I went around and I cleaned it up with a Dremel really good. Took a little tiny wire brush I had to everything. I noticed a few things didn't exactly cut out the way they should have, but it's real close. And the reason I believe for that, now when I hogged everything out, I used my Downtown Jenny by Cadence Manufacturing right here. Great bit, love it. But instead of using their ball nose bit for all the finish work, I couldn't find it at the time, so I used it as Speed Tiger bit I had picked up off of Amazon. And if you notice, just a little bit different in size. So that could be why it didn't come out exactly right. So for the finish, I picked this bit and I used this bit. But it came out, you know, pretty cool. I'm not sure what type of wood that is. But like I say, I went over to Etsy.com. I go to Etsy a lot of times. I look for STLs and CNC files, and they had a bundle of a whole bunch of them, like a couple hundred of them for like $16 or something. So it was marked down. I bought it. I looked through all the different folders, and most of the stuff I didn't like or didn't care for. And then I stumbled across this, and I thought it looked pretty cool. I thought it'd be really cool to engrave that, and that's where we are here today. And as far as for the Genmitsu 4040 Pro Max, it's working great. Not a problem at all. Speed setting on this was set at a 4. It's what I used, and I cut everything. A lot of times I set things by ear. But yeah, we've done a really good job. But if you guys liked the video, please give me a thumbs up, comment, share, all that good stuff. I wrote on there cherry, but I don't think it's cherry. I'm not sure what this is. But hope you guys liked it. And until the next video, you have a great day. Happy CNC engraving. Later.